Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Racing Show here at RacePlazaMedia. Today we're going to take a look at some of the motorsport news highlights of the week. So without much further ado, let's just get right into it. With the Le Mans Race 2024 quickly approaching on June 15th and 16th, of course, there's lots happening in that world, and I want to point out two news for you this week. First off, there's a lot of discussion happening about the tire warmer ban that the WEC has issued. There was a ban already issued last year for the 2023 season. However, they lifted the ban for last year's Le Mans race due to the many accidents that happened at Spa, the race prior to Le Mans last year. However, this year they'll still have the tire warmer ban active, meaning that the teams cannot artificially warm the tires for neither the hypercar nor the LMGT3 category. A lot of teams are upset just because it could potentially have safety issues, especially going into the night portion of the race. Let me know what you guys think. The WEC's motive for it is to be more sustainable. However, we here at RacePlazaMedia think there's a different way to approach it instead of risking potentially the safety of the drivers and the cars for this upcoming Le Mans race. In some additional Le Mans news, unfortunately, Doriane Pin will not be participating this year at the 24-hour Le Mans race as part of the Iron Dames team. This previous weekend, when she was competing in Freca, she had an incident which caused her to break ribs, so she doesn't feel comfortable participating, and she made way for Rahel Frey, the Swiss driver who's already competed 6 times at Le Mans, including 4 times with the Iron Dames, to take her seat to replace her at this year's Le Mans race. We do wish Doriane all the best, and hopefully she will recover quickly. She will definitely be missed. However, we're still rooting very, very much for the Iron Dames at this year's Le Mans race. Good news in the WRC Championship. Lancia will be returning to the championship for the very first time in 30 years with their Epsilon hatchback vehicle in the Rally 4 category. This indicates that the new regulation changes and cost reduction for the overall championship is moving in the right direction, and new teams and car brands will either join or rejoin the championship to create a more diverse grid. The WRC will be announcing more regulation changes for this upcoming season, as well as the big regulation changes for 2027 in the upcoming days, so definitely stay tuned for that. However, we're very excited to welcome back Lancia as part of the WRC. Next up, some NASCAR related news. The Haas Stewart team will be leaving the NASCAR Cup Series after 15 years in the competition. After 2 years of no wins, Gene Haas has decided to remove his team from the overall Cup Series grid and focus their money into other sports. There's also theories going around now, especially after FIA's president had also added to the rumor mill that maybe Andretti should be looking into buying up the F1 team of Haas to get their stake into the F1 that way. So let's see if maybe this is the way how Andretti will finally be joining the F1 grid. However, of course, this is just another one of the many rumors that are going around in regards to Andretti joining the grid. In some MotoGP news, the India Grand Prix has been officially postponed to March of 2025 and is replaced now by the Kazakhstan Grand Prix. The Kazakhstan Grand Prix was originally scheduled for June of this year. However, due to floods in the region, it has now been rescheduled to September. Reasons for rescheduling the India Grand Prix are, one, due to weather, because that time of the year, the weather can be quite humid, hot, and rainy in India. But there's also rumors going around that there is some breach of contract, thus the rescheduling to March. Thus, the Kazakhstan Grand Prix will be the first leg of the triple header, followed by Indonesia as well as Japan. Then we have a week break before going into another triple header of Australia, Thailand, and Malaysia before we end the season in Valencia. And last but not least, I cannot end this video without giving you some F1 news. This time, it's not about the driver market because there's still, of course, so many rumors going around as to who goes where for the 2025 season. However, the FIA as well the FOM have been in talks to maybe introduce some type of regulations to push the teams to make the cars look more different. Early season feedback from fans and broadcasters have been that some of the cars are not quite as easily distinguishable when they're racing on the track. So the FIA as well as the FOM are starting to encourage teams to make the cars look more differently. The things that they specifically emphasize is to make the cars look differently from team to team, to make more distinguishable differences between the drivers within one team, as well as to add more color, not as much black due to the weight of the paint and also due to this huge amount of carbon fiber that is now being used on the cars. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I personally think that this year's cars are a lot more easily recognizable on the grid than they have been in previous seasons. And we also made a whole video breaking down the differences between the 2023 livery versus the 2024 liveries. So yeah, chime in the comments. Let me know what you think about this push of making the cars look different. However, the FIA nor the FOM want to really introduce a strict regulation for this. So they're trying to encourage the teams now to make those changes on their own. So let's see what happens. All right, folks, these are all the news highlights that I wanted to share with you guys this week. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also let me know if I missed any big news highlights that you wanted to talk about so we can talk about it more in the comments below. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again here at the Daily Racing Show. Bye-bye.